How about others? I want to hear from others. Neelam.
Uh, hi,
Sorry.
Dr. Siva. I was traveling because of that. I was not able to, communicate. I have pasted my question in the chat as well. If you can go through it. But yeah, on the assignment, I have done like I have completed partially till this executive summary. Also the table of contents and abbreviations. Till that section I have completed.
Okay.
Later, I have not started it, but I have few questions
Okay.
on those sections which I have completed already.
That is what you need to ask, right? I mean, before we move
That
forward, if you ask me that, that is when it becomes meaningful for others also. Go ahead.
I was not there yesterday, so I wasn't
Okay.
able to, share those details. Can I
No,
share my screen if it is
yeah, please go
possible?
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You can share.
Let me check. Okay, let me know if it is visible.
Yes. Yes, I can see. Okay, you have selected Apakavir. Okay, very good. Yes, go ahead.
So whatever sections I have got through the guidelines, I have
Mhm.
mentioned it accordingly. So this
No
is
problem.
MA.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who is
So
an MAH? What do you mean by MAH, firstly?
marketing authorization holder.
Yeah, which means who is the marketing authorization holder? If you're working for a pharma company, who is the marketing authorization company holder?
For Abacavir, you mean, right? For the
No, not
particular.
for no.
Okay,
If
okay.
for
So
example,
like
it's the company, right? It is a pharma company, so you need to write about that particular pharma company.
okay.
Yeah.
But how we will get this information? Like during the report writing, I mean.
No, see, I
I'm
mean,
sorry if it is very basic question. I'm so
no,
sorry,
no,
but
it's not.
I
No,
just
no, no.
wanted to.
Nothing is. No, no, nothing is
Yeah.
basic. Like, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So even in the this assignments, right? There are multiple data points that you need to imagine. You need to pull it from the public sources. So you just consider that you are working for a pharma company and writing it, right? So you can write ABC Pharmaceuticals, whatever it is.
Okay.
So you
Any
don't
any.
have to, yeah, of course. I mean, if you're writing for some, you don't, I mean, see, the basic essence of this report is not to evaluate, MAH details and all that, right? Anyway, that will be part when you write it, that will anyway be there. But it is to understand your understanding about say which safety information data needs to be presented in which section, right? That is the core importance. Yeah,
And like as I see here that this zero like 8 10 is a placeholder for 8-digit unique PSU SA number. So this also it will depend upon our report, what we are writing in our organization, whatever
correct. Yes,
the particular version number.
correct. Yes.
Okay. Substance again. This I have. They have mentioned here somewhere
Hmm. So
in
the
the year and the month.
ICP
So
number and all are admin in nature. So you don't have to we don't have to focus much on that. Okay. Let us focus on the safety sections. I mean the main core information.
So here I have referred again the SMPC of
Okay.
Abacavir,
Very good. Okay.
and here yeah, summarize whatever sections like special precautions and warnings they have given. From that data, I have like summarized what they are trying to tell about the hypersensitivity reactions. So
How did you
here
know
and the
that there is an ARMM for Abakavir?
actual risk management measures I have taken from the SMPC only. Like whatever data was there in the SMPC, from that only I
No, no.
took
Okay,
this.
understood. Good that you have taken, but that is incorrect. So ARMMs, we will come when we come to the section. I will show you how do you have to check it. But this is more of the risk communication to the physicians or the patients on whenever they have hypersensitivity, right? It is probably a potential risk for abacavir. It is not a ARMM.
Oh, okay. So this section, you mean to say we should access it like at the last? You mean to say, right?
Yeah, but because I mean, if you know the what are the ARMMs, and usually, I mean, ARMMs and all for the medicinal product need not come here along with the risks. It is only the product that you're speaking about. That's it.
Okay. So this
I don't know where this table came from, but you don't have to mention all that.
yeah, actually, this table was for as a template report we used, right? For a backlet, you met some molecule was there. So I took
Okay.
the same template, yeah, and
But
then
if you go down,
tried to.
if you go down, 1 second, if you go down, outcome is slightly.
This is not for this molecule. I just kept it as it is, like what was initially there. So I just kept it.
Okay, I think this. Okay, this all is. I mean, maybe you were referring to any document from your company because outcome indicates we have not discussed about it. Anyway, no issues.
This one you mean, right?
Did you refer to your company's data
No,
or
no,
no? Right?
no,
Okay.
no. I'm not into report writing. That's
Okay.
what. Like, I
Because
just wanted to show you.
all that comes part of the effectiveness. So that's the reason I wanted to just check.
No, like whatever report.
It's different. No issues. No problem. Please go through the other sections. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Reporting interval, what it is, EUBD. Yes. Okay. Good. Next. So we spoke about the authorization procedure, right? So different authorization procedure, centralized, national, decentralized, mutual recognition procedure. You can just say whatever it is. So if it is
Yeah.
centralized, it can be marketed everywhere. So this will be give. I mean, if you're writing for second time, this information, so all this admin information will anyway be there. So you don't have to change anything except for the reporting interval. Period. That's it.
Okay, so this I found to be a centralized procedure. So I
Okay,
just
then you can
kept it
remove the other. Yes, yes, yes. Correct. Very good.
and kept these are as an optional. I just kept it for my reference.
No
So I
problem.
will remove it for now.
No issue.
These are the dates which you mentioned that for this interval we should mention it, right? From 1st Jan 2024 to Jan 30 to 2024.
Correct.
So date of this report, I just mentioned the date of what I was drafting on.
Okay.
So what should it be exactly? Same, right? Whenever we are
Yes.
writing this report, that date should be mentioned. Or
Can yes.
whenever it is finalized.
Whenever it is, yes, whenever it is finalized, then you will have that particular date on that report. Correct.
So this I again took it from the SMPC only.
Yeah,
But
no problem. Good. Then your MAH anyway, you have written Dr. Reddy's, no? Same above as well. You will write to the
so
same.
okay, got you. Your competent authority in EU, I mentioned it as same. I kept it as
Okay, no issues. Let's go to executive summary. All this. Okay.
yes.
No period.
This is actually yeah.
Okay, inhibitor, very good. Slow down. It is you have mentioned about the indication. Very good. The mechanism of action. Scroll down. Scroll down.
This code I took approved
Okay,
therapeutic.
very good. So above this only, once you have this thing, right? I mean, during the project, you can also mention what are the different dosages that you're discussing in this particular report, right? That will also be better. 50 mg, whatever it is, right? That also you can mention it. So this information is not needed, Neelam. That film coated tablet, measuring and all that, that is all. Not, I mean, film coated might be some in some places it might be beneficial and useful, but the rest of the information need not be there. That is of irrelevant, right? I mean, it has no relevance for your safety assessments. That's yeah. Scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down.
So all these abbreviations.
PK, that is all fine. So that will that all will be part of your this thing. Once you write the once you write a list of abbreviations, you can abbreviate them. But what I suggest is, I mean, see, right now for the for you all to know which all information needs to go there, I have told you. But there is art. There is something called as art of medical writing. So during art of medical writing, you need to summarize this properly so that it is. See, right now it is you have dumped all the information here, right? So you need to
Hmm.
be seeing which
You
all
mean to say we
information.
need to reframe it according to
Yeah, you
our
don't have to
thing,
reframe. You don't have to reframe it exact. I mean, that is not needed because you are taking it from your own document, so it's not a literature. So that's fine. What I meant to say is, while you take in information, all this information need not. I know some of them have importance, some doesn't have. So you need to make sure that how much information can go, right? So, for example, absorption in your PK, you can summarize all of that PK, absorption, then metabolism. If you go down, excretion, all that can be distribution, all that can be elimination. So you don't have to specify because it becomes very, very cumbersome. So you can try and put it short. Okay.
Okay.
Similarly, intracellular pharmacokinetic, that is not needed. Okay.
That's fine.
Posology you have mentioned that is that if you can scroll down.
Yeah,
Okay.
this I have like many
Posology,
doubts here in this section actually.
no issues. So posology also what happens is for the ease of everyone, if you want to put it in a table, right? For if you want to put it in a table because how many indications you have only HIV, right? So for
Yes.
HIV, these are, I mean, you make it simple, right? If you can scroll down. Yeah. For HIV, my dosage is 600 milligram. For children, you can put it in a table weighing from 20 to this 450 daily. So if you put it in a table, everything will fit in just one single table, right? So to make it things easier and also from a optics standpoint. So it becomes easy
Yes,
for
and
us
easy
to
to understand as well,
correct, correct. Go down. Special population, all that, unless and until there is something very specific, you don't have to mention all of that. Not needed. You can go down.
Yes.
Elderly. Yeah,
So
this
I,
was
I I
okay.
ended it here only. The document I
Acha,
ended
acha,
it
acha.
here only. I haven't
Okay,
gone
no
further
issues.
because I was
Okay.
very confused here.
No problem, no
So I
problem.
just
Good start.
updated this
See,
table.
that's what I'm
Like,
telling you, right, Neelam? Unless and until you start making your hands dirty on this document, you'll not know. I mean, new questions will not come, right? Once you write it, then you will understand. Even if you go wrong, that's fine. But at least you're attempting to write. That is important.
one
Okay.
more question I had,
Good. Please
like
go
all
ahead.
this information is in executive summary. All this information we have written, right? We are mentioning it here. But again, if you see, excuse me,
Yeah.
here in
In
the
introduction
next
also
section.
it repeats, but if you remember,
Yes.
in introduction we don't give the full information, right? We only give partial information that is needed. Introduction is basically you're saying about what is the reporting interval that you're writing this product, what is the product, what is the IBD, and then about the product. That's it, nothing else.
So no
Whereas
need
in
to repeat
executive,
all the data which
not
is
needed.
written above.
No, not needed. So I'll tell you, executive summary is the gist. I mean, for example, you look into a movie, right? You write your gist, right? You write your review. So executive summary is a review of the entire movie, right? Introduction is only speaking about what you're writing the report for, what is the format, what is the product. That's it.
Okay. So that was only my confusion. Because of that only I stopped here, because I thought like why we are repeating the similar information over here again.
Okay, no issues.
And one more question I need to ask, like I know maybe this is company specific only, like what font and what font size we need to mention, like maintain in the report.
Okay, very good. So that is, so every company have a different format, but the ECTD format is, I mean, it's basically Arial black, right? That is the standard format that everybody use because Calibri becomes a bit different.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Arial should be the font, right?
Yes, correct.
And the font size should be like 10. This report has 10, I think so.
Yeah.
That's it from me.
Uh, Others, uh, good one, Neelam. Thanks. Others, how about others? Others, how about others? Hello. Uh, None of the others have done this, done the exercise. Okay, fine. As I said, it's better if you come prepared so that we have some points to discuss, or else I'll just finish the PBRER in a very few days, and then there is no discussion, and then we'll go to signal. Then we'll not have time to discuss about aggregate report, right? Because all depending on you. So now let us go to next section. I'll share my screen as well. So till now, whatever sections you see are all non-safety, right? Which is mostly admin. If you have seen every dump is coming, you're not doing any critical analysis, right? You're just pulling in the information and putting in a different format. Correct. So even six is like that. So six is again a no-brainer where you do not have to do any calculations, anything as such. So six is this particular section is data in summary tabulations. So one is the cumulative summary tabulations of serious adverse events from clinical trials, and then the cumulative and interval summary tabulations from these are nothing but the line listings, right? Line listings comes to line listings generated in the summary tabulation format. So I'll show you the format as well. Okay, so just a second. Yeah, so this is not yeah. So this is the format in which the data comes to you, right? This is for the clinical trials. Every SOC, how many cases, right? How many case reports, anemia, how many case report, bone marrow necrosis, how many case report, right? So similarly for even for your post marketing, this is how you will get that particular information. Okay. So, be it, how will you generate this? You will not do it. So basically, your operations case of team. Most of the companies. Again, I'm not talking about a small company where you are the head of safety, you are the medical writer, you are the reviewer. Everything is you. That is a different case where you only have to procure that. So, have you got access to your safety database so that I can show you how do you pull that?
No, sir.
Okay, so what we'll do is like I'll ask them to provide access to the safety database, or at least I'll ask an access to the safety database to show you how this reports can be pulled. Okay. So, but the format is in this format that you receive. All the databases, the major databases that you see today, Argus, RSG. Once you click on the product, the time period, this is how the Excel sheet would be generated. And then you have to just copy paste that summary tabulations in appendix 6 because it is a big table. So it becomes easy for you to put it in the appendix rather than placing it in the section 6.1 and 6.2. Okay, so 6.1 is only the cumulative clinical trial, whereas 6.2 is both cumulative and interval data. Any questions here?
No questions.
Any of you have seen a line listing, how it looks, how the summary tabulations look? No?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. So these are nothing but the data points that are collected in the safety database and that are exported via Excel sheet, right? So next class, what I'll do is first we will go through the safety database to I'll show you how the report generation can happen to show the line listings. Okay. I was thinking that you already have a set database access, but yeah, no problem. Okay. Fine. So next is your section 7. So section 7 is summaries of significant safety finding from clinical trial during the reporting interval. So here you have 5 subsections, right? One is completed clinical trial, ongoing clinical trial, long-term follow-up, right, other therapeutic use, right, and then fixed dose combinations. If your product is not fixed dose combination, then it will be not applicable. If you do not have any other therapeutic care usage trials that are going, then it will be not applicable. But for, I mean, what is the core sense of this, right? So basically, this information will be provided to you by your clinical trial operations team, where the study results would be presented, right? It will have the study ID, the study title, study type, populations that are studied, right? Study start and complete date, and then the status of the study. If it is a completed clinical trial, then the results will also be there where you will populate the results. Okay, similarly for ongoing, similarly for long term. But for the sake of your assignment, how will you find? We have already gone through the clinical trial.gov, right? So in clinical trial.gov, if you look in, right, let me just say Abacavir. Sorry. Okay. I'm just taking sulfate, no issues. Okay, so I've taken this more filters. I'll put only with results. So I mean, if I am looking in just a second, years old, manually enter from no years old. Age value, no. Select will select adults and this. Uh, we'll just say it is phase 3 interventional with results. Let us see how many study stop and sorry, primary completion date. It is, I mean, again, it is very difficult because this is an old drug. If it is a new drug, you will receive the latest ones. So I'm just thinking that this is our study that we are looking into, which is completed, right? So you can go into this study, the study title based on whatever I have asked, right? Study ID, study title, everything will be presented here. If you see the results posted, you can find it in tabular format, right? Study design is this, study title is this, right? Study of options for second line of this is the study title, right? And then the study ID can also be I mean, you can enter this as the study ID, right? Then the study design, you can mention this allocation, intervention model, and all that. And then the enrollment subjects that are enrolled by the study type, which is interventional. It is not double blind writing, it is interventional. Right. And then the results. So if you look into the results part, you will see the results outcome measures. So there you will find if there are any information pertaining to the trial of on the adverse events or anything that will be presented here. Okay. So based on that information, you can write that particular section on how many adverse events were there. Right, if there are in if it is a multi-arm, right, within how which arm there were serious adverse events that were there and all that. Similarly, for any study that you take, this information will be present.
Uh, just wondering, Dr. Shiva, this is only for the sake of assignment, right?
Yes, but in a real-time
Real life
setup, your company's clinical trial
clinical.
operations team or their GSO will provide you this information.
Okay.
Okay. Any doubts? So again, you don't have to worry there in a real-time setup because that result would be part of your CSRs, right? Your clinical study reports. So that will have the study result summarized already by the physician itself. So you can take it and copy paste the entire thing. So you don't have to prepare or look into the data and then summarize it.
Dr. Shiva, just wondering, the one which you are seeing in clinicaltrial.gov, is this the document? i- Is this any document or just the information
No,
related
this
to
is a
that product?
it's a website where all the trials needs to be, majority of the trials are registered in here. Okay. So once it is registered, you will be able to some, studies, the data is populated or the results are populated. Some the results are not populated.
Okay.